because I thought it was going to be loud enough for you. And it turns out it's too loud for me. Because I have to turn it up, but I'm a simple creature and I cannot... too much background noise fucks me up. There we go. So I hope you can hear that. If you can't, I'm sorry. But for the sake of this game, we must go on. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Star Wars Initiative, and we're back for a Moth to the Flame, our D&D 5e Eberron campaign about creepy shit and insanity and memories and friends. But turns out our friends are kind of separated right now. We have one NPC friend in the infirmary. We have two friends falling inside of a lightning rail car, and two friends being carried away by some strange flying creature. So friends all over the place, just not together. But that's okay. Let us get together, and what better way to get together than going around and introducing our awesome players and their characters. So let's start with Wally. Wally, can you introduce yourself and Gregory to us today, please?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Wally. I'll be playing Gregory Blitzcrank, the rock gnome artificer. He goes by he, him pronouns, just like me. And oh man, I'm so glad I prepped my boots of flying.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that kind of helping in this situation. Yeah, sure. Very good. Awesome. Let's slide down to Kay. Kay, can you introduce yourself and USA today, please?
Yes, I can. Hi, everyone. My name is Kay. I'm at ironic_cupcake on everything. I think I have got this, so don't even worry. I think I've got it. I've read it a million times over this week, and I can't see any holes in it, but that doesn't mean there aren't any holes in it. I think I've got it. We'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Kay with the solution. I'm anxious to see what this is because you talked about it last week briefly at the end, and let's check it out. I think that's good. Solutions are good, and especially with you guys starting at level 10, I figure there's going to be lots of solutions to things, which is awesome. It's opposed to starting at level 1 when you have very few solutions to problems, but that's okay. One solution to many of our problems would be Strider. Strider, can you introduce yourself and Lindir to us today, please?
Hi, I'm Strider, and I'm playing Lindir in this, a game about friends, emotions, memories, regrets, and sanity. I have at least 2 of those things, so I feel well prepared for this game. Lindir is not prepared to survive a giant fall from a train at all, so I'm glad he's up top in the held one. Currently. I don't know how I can smite the monster and have it gently set the train car down, but I'll figure it out.
Yes. Well, I mean, creativity can go a long way in this business. And another thing that can go a long way is, well, like you said, 2 of those things. And you said you have at least 2 of them, and I would suspect you meant insanity and what was the other one? I forget. But anyway, let's slide up. Kat, can you compliment Strider and having maybe the other or 2 of the other things listed?
He has friends, bought and paid for.
Well, there you go. See, and yeah. Now that you've been bought and paid for, can you introduce yourself and Mariah / Joe to us today, please?
Yeah, so I'm Kat at Cleric of Cord, and yeah, I'm playing Mariah, who is what the group knows her as, a half elf. She is actually Jo, a changeling, and she's got a lot going on right now in her mind. Not the least of which is the fact that she's in a train car that is rapidly finding terminal velocity in Eberron, whatever that may be. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, she's a monk, she's a rogue, she can take half damage, she can slow her fall. Pretty sure 25 points of damage is not going to help. we'll see what happens. But she also has her friend Usa there with her, and she knows that Usa is. She trusts Usa. Usa will find a way for this. Oh, and we both Mariah, Jo, and I all use she/her pronouns.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I need to incorporate in the overlay somewhere. The pronouns. I'll probably look around in other streams and see how they do it. To fit on there without pushing into or without having to squeeze our video feeds. Yes, awesome. And I'm Kyle. I'll be the DM tonight. Very excited to see how this situation goes down, and been looking forward to this all week. So let's dive into it. A brief recap of where we were last week. Our party is on an epic quest to fix the mistake that they made in an epic quest before this campaign. What we're getting little bits and pieces of. We've been having periodically flashbacks. We've been focusing on flashbacks that happened in this previous campaign to kind of explain a little bit of what went on then, as well as the dynamic between relationships of our party. Now, our party member has already lost an NPC. Our party has already lost an NPC, a gnome very close to Gregory, named Margina. She died during the last adventure, and we have the other NPC, which is now laying in bed and slowly transforming into some kind of insect thing due to some kind of magic that was pushed into him by this aberration creature, Valara. And that's kind of what this quest is about. Not about horrors, but about getting Valara's child, this large insect creature, back, and so that she spares the party members and spares horrors. And that's kind of what we're jiving with. So last session we found ourselves on a lightning train. You've been teleported here. There's a teleportation circle in the back, and our party has been teleported here so that they can more quickly move south and intercept this large insect creature that is heading westward. When they did, they teleported to the train. The train was very shortly thereafter boarded by some large creature on the roof, and then these fiendish looking fuckers came in through the train, and they were very nice to the party at first. Hey, we're friends. Don't you know us? You've done great work. Why don't you just back the fuck off? You've done great. Now you just need to leave this whole thing alone, and we'll take care of you. We'll protect you. The party being the party was, we're throwing knives and we're threatening to shoot them, and that is perfectly understandable, because just looking at these things, is you can tell there's something not right. And once there couldn't be an agreement of the party going along with whatever these things' plans was, the battle ensued. As the battle ensued, there was like one round of combat, and then the one of these fiendish creatures screamed out. And when they did, the monster, or whatever's holding the top of the one car, began to fly upward. So they have essentially two train cars going one way, and the other train cars snap to an elbow shape and are dangling. As they were dangling, eventually, and this is where we ended our last session, the two cars that were dangling fell off. And in these cars was Usa and Mariah. And that's where we're at. Gregory and Lindir are up fighting spiky barbed devils up in the other car, and that is being carried away. And Usa and Mariah are free falling through the air in a train car down to the ground. Now, luckily, it snapped before those train cars got too high. But as we saw at the end of last session, the ones that Gregory and Lindir are on are rapidly ascending into the air and heading eastward. Welcome, everyone, to A Moth to the Flame. Let us adjust some music to make it all like adventure-y and stuff. Okay. Where did we leave off? So it looks like we left off with the snapping, which would have been the turn of the large eyeballed creature that is carrying the train away. When the snap happened, Usa, when you were dangling at the bottom of the train, because you flew down to the bottom, we'll call it the bottom, the lowest elevation, as you're down there and the train snapped, you feel like I would say floor come out from underneath you, but it's actually a wall. The wall underneath you kind of drop out from underneath you. Let's just slide this on into initiative order and we'll go from there. Because this makes perfect sense with Usa to start. Usa, the train that you're in starts plummeting down. It is much heavier than you. So it's plummeting down as you're seemingly going up because it's falling out from underneath you. What would you like to do? You see,
I'm going up.
Just to give you perspective, I have things planned for this situation, but you have a quick chance to react before you see, like, before you have to worry about shit hitting you and stuff. So what would you do to react immediately?
Okay, so we're in the train car. I was here, and it's falling, and I'm kind of just a little bunny boy, kind of just like staying in place as it's moving, correct?
Yeah, you're still falling too, but not
but just at a slower rate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where exactly is Mariah in this?
Mariah's at the very top, and she's hanging on.
Very top?
Yep, she's hanging on because she has spider gloves. She's hanging on to the side.
Just let myself go up, would that take my entire turn, or would that just be like, the equivalent of a movement action?
No, you wouldn't have to do anything to go up. You're gonna go up if you don't.
I just want to know if I can still do something in my turn, like let myself go up, then do something.
That's a good question. You can hold an action to do so. But it's going to take a couple seconds for the train to pass you, essentially. Like you hit up beside Mariah. Because you see Mariah at the far end. You look up and you see her. She's kind of has her hands out against the wall, Spider-Man style. And you can also see the two devilish fuckers. I think they're both still alive, if I'm correct. Let me check my...
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, they're wounded. They're very wounded, but they're still
alive.
alive.
One was like worse than the other, but...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're still alive, and they're hanging on and trying to like climb around and move around too. But the only one that looks mostly safe is Mariah. Now, to put in physics into this, at the end result of this falling, much like a car crash, it doesn't take much for it to be an earth-shaking event. If you're in, for those of you, other of you that have been in car crashes, for you. Hitting and flying, and it doesn't take much for it to be a big event. So right now you are in prime position to either allow yourself to fly up or to fall up and do something at the end of that fall, or do something as you're falling up.
I need to get to Mariah and then do something. So I guess he's gonna let himself go up to her, and turns in initiative happen simultaneously, so even if we're falling fast, it's not like we're falling more with each person having a turn, so that should be just fine.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here, just to make it more realistic, is allow, like, kind of separate this situation going on right here as its own initiative. So you tell me what you'd like to do. We'll kind of resolve that as I'm giving Mariah a chance to do her thing. And, it's kind of we'll go with initiative, but I want it to be more realistic so you can make better decisions and not die.
Yeah, that's my goal is I need to get to her, and then I have a spell I'm going to cast. So if I need to hold an action just to let myself get to her, then that's what
Okay.
That's what I will do.
What would you like to hold as you're flying up? Remember, you have to take time to cast these spells, your one action or whatever it is. Take the few seconds to cast a spell. What would you like to cast and prepare and hold for when you get to Mariah?
I am going to hold Dimension Door.
Okay. And what would your Dimension Door as a target, right? What would you like to target? Does that have a target?
It's just a range, and I have to be able to visualize or give a vague description of which way I want it to go. And I have to have it be within range, and its range is 500 feet. And I don't think we've fallen 500 feet away from the other one yet. So
Nope.
his goal is to, and I can take a willing creature with me who's my size or smaller, and I think we're in the same size category.
Yep.
So I'm going to grab Mariah and just like, okay, I can see that car just fine. Gonna go to have the door open up like in that car that like Lindir and
Okay.
Gregory are in.
Okay, awesome. So you're flying up, and this is what you're planning on doing, Mariah.
Yeah.
You see Usa kind of coming up towards you through the car. She looks as though she looks pretty. Or, I'm sorry, he looks pretty confident, and I would assume, I would assume Usa looks like he's got his shit together because you finally got a way out. You're like, I got this. I got it. Usa's flying up towards you, and he's heading straight towards you, and you two lock eyes. Is there anything you're doing in response or preparation?
Mariah she sees Usa coming, and they've traveled together, worked together enough that one, Mariah knows when Usa is casting a spell, and two, Mariah trusts Usa. So as she sees Usa coming towards her, she just looks at him, smiles, and lets go, and will try, however they meet up, whatever point they meet up, she's just gonna.
Okay. Now, do you want to dive down towards him, or do you want to wait for him to get up to you?
I think Mariah's gonna move towards Usa. Not sure what she's not sure how long, what the distance is gonna be, how long it's gonna all take. So she'd rather get out of here before the other creatures have a chance to attack. So the sooner she can get to Usa, the better. So she will just go. She'll just let go and drop towards him.
Okay. Just to give you perspective, Usa's flying up. If you let go, you're gonna pretty much stay where you're at. But you have your spider gloves, so you can climb towards him. You see the other two effers looking at both of you and trying to hold on, so they look like they might want to interfere with whatever you're getting ready to do.
Then she'll climb down. She's just gonna scamper right on down to Usa, and as soon as she's next to Usa, we'll just reach out and hug him.
Okay, awesome. Usa, you're flying up the train car. You see Mariah climbing down the side of the wall of the train car. Both of the devils lunge out in unison towards both of you to try to intercept you. Let's do a series here. How about Usa? Both of you make a dexterity saving throw. It's gonna be a series of 3 things happening here. So the devils dive across. Now they're not flying upward, not until they let go. Are flying upward, and they don't have spider climb, so they can't get around as easily as both of you are. So this DC will be pretty low. Both of you, oops, sorry, chat, I messed up that window. Dexterity saving throw, and we're gonna say that this DC is going to be 12.
That's 25 for Mariah.
Okay, I think you kind of got it, Mariah. But the 25. A 7. Okay. So the 2 devils lunge out. Mariah, the one that lunges towards you, you're moving like you're walking. I mean, you're climbing on the wall as though it was an everyday thing. You quickly, and the devil smashes into the outer wall and begins to slide upward away from you. You dodged him, and he had one shot, and he blew it. Usa, the other devil With a 7, you're flying upward, and all of a sudden you see shoot out of one of the side cars, which was where Mariah was pummeling this devil at. Jumps out from the sidecar. He looks very wounded. He gives it his all and jumps in your direction. He even lets go of his scimitar to do so. And he meets you in midair. You feel this colliding of splintered bone fragments hit you. And you both smack into the side wall, to the outer wall of this train car. The train's still falling down. This is a turn. This is... I don't know what fall. I'm not going to go over fall shit, but this is roughly half the distance between where you started in this train car and the ground. So you can probably gauge in this split second in your mind that you have one more round before you hit the ground. Usa, we're going to say your spell didn't drop. Actually, let's give you do one of the concentration check. We'll just do it that way. You get slammed up against the wall, but I would wager Usa's really concentrating on this spell because it's time to get the F out of here. And go ahead and make a concentration check. So it's just 10. We'll say you barely took damage getting slammed into the wall.
So,
okay.
While Usa's doing that, have I pretty much gotten within that equal to Usa? We're both moving?
No, not quite. I would say
Okay.
you guys are like 15 feet apart.
Okay.
I'm
So you're
using a
all-
die because Roll20 hates me and I got an 11.
11
So even
total?
my dice hate me.
Okay.
Oops.
That's okay, because the DC for a concentration check is 10, especially when you only really didn't take that much damage. You just got slammed in the wall. So you feel this creature come out from the side in a cabin and slam you into the wall. You both are kind of sliding up it as you're falling upward, and he's just you're locked. Like he's like, "Ugh," but you're still holding your spell. You managed to hold it, and you're reaching out. You're reaching out for Mariah, and okay. Let's zoom back up to the other fellas. So Gregory and Lindir. At the end of we ended with this creature's movement, and I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna hop out of initiative at this point and kind of make each car have its own initiative. And give you guys both first crack at this. Who was first in the order? Okay, so Lindir. Your car the car you're in is ascending through the air at rapid speeds, and you can hear the of wings outside. Whatever's carrying you definitely has very large wings and has peeled, as we described before, has peeled open part of the car like a sardine can. And what about the Barb Devils? They were still alive, right? Let me check their hit points here. We still had both Barb Devils alive. Is that correct?
Think so?
Yeah, I'm not showing. I'm showing 2 still here. Okay. Yeah, but you definitely damaged the one. I remember Gregory damaged the shit out of the one. And okay. Yeah, so you're locked in combat with these 2 Barb Devils, which you've already fought before, and we ended last session with you flying up in the air, but then that eyeball inserts itself over the hole that is in top of the train car that you're in. Lindir, you can go ahead and go first because you were next in initiative out of you 2. What would you like to do? You have one little Barb Devil on you trying to attack you. You see Gregory is dealing with one as well. What would you like to do?
Did you say an eyeball had returned over the hole, or was that just earlier?
Yeah, that's where we ended last session. The train car flew up even higher. With the large creature's turn, it flew up higher, and then it took a peek down in to see what's going on in the car, and that's where we ended it. So for right now, yeah, we'll say that there is a large eyeball obstructing the hole. So now it's kind of dark in here, and minus the light shining in through the slits in the window. Or the windows, and there's a large eyeball right above you in the hole.
I've had a haste cast on me, and I don't want it to go to waste. You don't waste the haste. I think I'll just you know, take out all the little mobs so then we can focus on the raid boss. I'm gonna try to attack this little thing in front of me.
Gotta tank those mobs.
Gotta take those mobs. Okay, I think 15 hits.
15 and 21. I know the 7 missed.
Okay, the 21 definitely hits. Let me check on the AC. I think 15 is at least close. Where are you? There we go. Yep, 15 hits. Just hits.
Oh,
Meats.
lucky me.
Yay!
Paladin, I'm going to be doing some smiting. And that means I have to roll a lot of dice. So give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a question, because I'm not used to playing paladins quite this high of level. I have an improved divine smite. Whenever I hit with a melee weapon, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. That's not in conjunction with any additional smiting I put onto the attack, correct?
Correct. Yeah, that would just be when you hit, period.
Cool. Well, that means I'm still going to smite the fuck out of this thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is an adult chat, right? Paladins can say fuck.
Yeah, yeah. What? Where you been? Of course we can say fuck on this channel.
Well, he's a paladin. Okay, he's not
true.
a very good paladin.
Yeah. Paladin's the stretch, for Lindir.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll explore that here very soon. Why it's a stretch.
Okay.
Peach, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Do you need my radiant damage and my normal damage different from one another?
Yes, please. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, they have resistance to the regular shit.
It's fine. Here's the regular shit. I have done 7 regular shit.
Okay.
And the smiting does 49.
Holy fuck. Okay. 49 radiant. Okay.
Gregory's big head and short body's out of the way. The sword can fly freely wantonly, without worry of hitting his friend.
Nice. Yeah. You have a little bit of distance. Gregory, in safe distance, you light up this room as you channel your radiant energy into your first attack and almost send this barbed devil flying through the air as it just kind of your weapon explodes with this energy, and it puts its hands over its eyes, and it's almost like a blast as it just goes right through it, and you can see and smell the searing of the barbed devil's body from the radiant damage, and it is very, very much in pain. You have actually another attack, right? Yeah. Or did you roll both?
I already rolled the haste in there.
What are you hitting with? It's a D6.
Scimitar.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. I forgot something.
He doesn't have strength. He's a paladin with a -1 strength, so I wanted a
Dex Pal.
Dexterity weapon.
Okay. Very nice. Dex Pal. Okay.
Wait, what did you say? Does Lindir has a -1 to strength?
Yep.
The old Dex Pal. Okay, so 52 total damage. Very nice. This thing is very, very injured, though still standing upright, still functional. This one wasn't really hurt, so it is. It's still pretty healthy.
All right. He is a lover, not a fighter, but he does both with equal apathy.
Oh, I'm sure they appreciate that. Awesome. Anything else, Lindir? Okay, Gregory. This creepy fucker you blasted, and it's still trying to head towards you.
And the thing in the eye above me, I definitely know that guy is something is on top of the car, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's
Okay.
large. You hear large wingspan, and it takes up the entire width of that hole. So yeah, it's
I have no view of what's going on outside. I
Oh,
don't
you-
have any view of the sky. Is what I
Cor-
want to know.
correct. Yeah. All you have view of is eyeball and then flesh around it.
Okay.
And then but you do have view of, like, there's light coming in from the sides, from all those little slits from the remember the armored windows. There is light coming in from the side, so you see this like almost bank vault laser style crossing of light in there.
Okay. So that's fine for now. I see this guy coming at me, like this creature running at me, and I fire from my arm cannon a firebolt at it. Actually, no, not a firebolt. I fire a chaos bolt at it.
Okay. Yeah, I think last time you found out that fire wasn't, they didn't
Yep.
hurt it.
That doesn't do anything. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll do the job.
And I roll my. So this is going to be. Ooh. Poison damage.
Okay. Poison. Okay.
Because I'm using my arm cannon, I get an extra D8 along with it.
So, oh boy.
So that is 13 points of poison damage.
Okay. You fire off the what'd you say that was? Chaos bolt? You fire off the
Yeah.
chaos bolt with your arm cannon, and as it hits the chest of the creature, as it's getting ready to lunge towards you, hits the chest of the creature, it just kind of like hits and then just bounces and hits around and just keeps going. The barbed devil does not seem affected in the slightest. The two things that it is immune to, you have now shot it with.
Well, good thing I have another thing it's not immune to, as I fire at with my Eldritch cannon.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't think, is there anything in the WotC books that's immune, or that it's resistant to force damage? I can't think of anything.
I don't think there's anything that's really resistant to force damage.
Oh.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing's immune to fire and poison. Fucking
Okay,
chaos
that
bolt.
is. Oh crap! That is 18 points of force damage,
Ooh, nice. Okay.
and it is sent flying 5 feet backwards.
Okay. As it's coming towards you, the first blast from your arm cannon, followed immediately by the Eldritch cannon. The first bit doesn't deter it at all, but as the Eldritch cannon fires, it hits it right in the thigh and just kind of stumbles over and falls backwards 5 feet, leaving it, I think it's 15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet away from you now.
Actually, yeah, that's it. That's all I do.
Okay. Let's see. Where would we be on the turn order then? Okay, it would be Mariah, but she's in separate. Okay. Next up, we will leave it to ascending. So that was... I'm trying to figure out altitude here for you guys. 40, 80. Okay, so you were at 80 feet. Now you're going to be at 120 feet. So you're flying up about another 40 feet into the air over the course of this, and as you do, you see a bright blast of daylight as the eyeball removes itself and is no longer looking down into the cabin. Guess it maybe was confident that you are getting taken care of. Muhaha. And next up, let's go down to the bottom. Let's go down to the bottom car. Usa and Mariah. So we're gonna do this. Usa, you can go first, and then Mariah, and then we'll leave the other two fuckers to go last. So Usa, you've been slammed into the wall mid-flight up. You could have almost been doing like a superhero, whoosh, zooming up through the sky, or falling up, in this case. And you're heading towards Mariah to dimension door you both out. You get slammed into the wall mid-flight. but it's not enough to break your concentration of the spell you're holding. What would you like to do? This bony, fiendish creature has you pinned against the wall. As you're 15 feet away from Mariah. You're reaching for. What would he like to do?
Trying to think what would be the best way to get away from this guy. 'Cause if he's got me pinned, let me read over Dimension Door for like the 18th time.
Well, Mariah is coming down to you as well.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to read it to make sure I didn't have anything about being like bound, because I don't think so. I think I can still cast it even if I'm like in a tight spot.
Yeah. Now you yeah. This thing does have you pressed up against the wall, but it has not done damage to you.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't say anything about being restrained, like hindering this spell. So he might just wait to let Mariah get to him and then just cast it, because they can't forcefully cling on to that spell. You know, it has to be on his part to bring them with it. So if he can just like get a hand to grab Mariah, it doesn't even say you need to be touching it. It says they need to be within 5 feet of you. So if she can get close enough, he can just cast it and whiz them up.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me read that again. That's a
It doesn't say anything.
Now you're giving me devious DM ideas here. Hold on. You teleport yourself from the current location to any other spot within range. You arrive exactly at the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, or one you can visualize, or one you can describe by distance. You bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring on one willing creature. Okay. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Darn it. As much as, if you would arrive in a place already, okay. As much as I would like to DM deviously, do something funny there, but, yeah, no. You can slip out from this thing's grasp with your dimension door. So, okay. So
I'm just going to hold until she can get within 5 feet of me so I can cast it properly.
Okay.
I'm
Mariah.
not going to try to disengage and risk getting hurt.
Nice. Mariah, yeah, I would say that's definitely. Oh, I had more fun falling mechanics to play with. All right.
I told you I was going to ruin it.
You did, but that's okay. I want survival here, and fun mechanics will come some other time. Okay, so Mariah, you're 15 feet away. It's your turn. You have completely evaded that. As that other devil tried to get you, he slammed into the wall, and then you hear him tink tink flying upwards towards where you were. What would you like to do?
She would like to finish climbing down to climb down those 15 feet to get to Usa, and take a hold of them in whatever way she can.
Okay.
And
know that he has something ready. Okay. You see the other devil fly out and slam Usa against the wall. Usa still manages to squeeze from being pinned against the wall, squeeze his hand out and reach towards you. And it's almost like a fucking Disney movie type thing where he's reaching towards you and you reach out and you two touch hands. And as soon as you do, Usa, let me know where you would imagine yourself being within the range of your spell.
He's imagining. He's going to visualize the bar, like they can be on the bar because there's a bar in the car. That bar car that Lindir and Gregory were in. That was like the service, food, entertainment car of the train. So he's just like, yeah, well, we can go to the bar of the train. We'll just be there.
Okay, beautiful. So yeah, you reach out, you two touch hands, and in a blink, poof, you both disappear and then appear right on top of the bar, laid out prone, touching each other's hands together like fucking.
It's very cute. Sistine Chapel. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are Captain Planeting, touching. Well, yeah, like Sistine Chapel's better example. But you guys are touching hands and laying across the bar. Luckily, everything's flown off the bar at this point, so you're good. You're not landing on things. And you look over and you see Lindir and Gregory locked in combat with two barbed devils. You look over and Oh, go ahead,
I
dear.
still have my turn, correct?
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. Dim light.
Oh no, right now it's regular bright light in here because there's no eyeball over the top.
Darn it. Okay. Well,
If
that
you
won't
want,
work
I can have him come back. I'll call him, see if he's available.
Yeah, I was just hoping it was dim light. If it's okay, so it's not dim light. How far away is the closest one? I've got 25 feet of movement.
I picture Lindir about 10 feet in front of the bar fighting, and Gregory moved over to the side so he could blast them as they were coming in. So Lindir's 10 feet, Gregory's 15 feet.
Okay. She's gonna move to the one that is engaged with Lindir, and go ahead and attack.
Okay. You instinctively roll off the bar, coolly lunge over and attack.
Yep. And let's see. And I do have an other enemy of the target within 5 feet of it, so I don't get advantage, but I will get sneak attack if it hits.
You do.
All right. So first one is a 16.
16 hits.
Okay, so it's gonna be 3d6 plus another d6. Okay, let's do that. 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Are you doing it? Is it magical or regular?
Magical.
Magical.
This is the magical dagger. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So 19 points of magical. Okay. You lunge over and you quickly slash out with or stab out with your dagger and catch it right below where its rib cage would be, and you pull it out, and this black ichor just kind of starts pumping out the side of its abdomen and running down its leg.
Second attack is definitely going to hit with a 25 and 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, okay. You jump out, you make the first attack, you stab it in its abdomen. It starts like looking over at it and then trying to analyze where it came from, looking at you as it acknowledges you there because you move so quickly. You lunge out and with the dagger stab it like right by the collarbone. You stab down and you pull out and you see black liquid begin to pump out from around its the base of its neck. It is very injured. It's very offended.
Okay.
Very injured.
Sorry, hang on.
It's like what?
Very injured.
See, I tried. Accuracy.
That was really
I
good.
guess you
That
can
was
say it's
like-
looking a little rough right now.
All right, Dad.
All right.
9 points of pun damage to Mariah. Anything else?
Bonus action. We'll spend a key point. Bonus action. Patient defense.
Okay. Lunge
Just
out,
make her
doing
a little harder to hit.
doing great damage, and then you just kind of back up and get in your almost capoeira like pose and ready to fend off in case the creature lashes out at you. Awesome. Let me see here. That is your turn. So that's bottom car, and a nice sound. I guess everyone would hear it, but especially Usa and Mariah. You hear this wonderful sound of smash, and then as the other car hits and is probably pretty demolished. Obviously not that much. It only fell from, well, its bottom point was 40 feet, but it didn't fall that far. So you hear the smashing and crashing of metal, and probably some flames going on there because there was more than likely fuel of some sort over there. So you hear the smashing of the other car as it hits the ground, and you notice that you're descending now, much like Gregory and Lindir already know. You are very much descending above the ground. But those devils might be dead. The fiendish bony fuckers might be dead. Who knows? They were pretty injured. Let's slide on up into everybody's initiative now. How about we, since we're all here, let's just get a fresh top of the initiative order type thing going on, because that makes sense. Actually, no. Let's let Lindir and Gregory go first, because they didn't have 2 full turns yet. So let's make sure everybody gets the same amount. Lindir, go ahead, buddy. What would you be doing? Mariah shows up, jumps in from behind you. You look, you spin around. You see Usa is getting up from on top of the bar area, and yeah, your backup has arrived.
Barbed devil, smelling like barbecue, is still standing in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, and I don't care for that. So, more barbecue puns. Linder's gonna do what he does best and try to attack this thing.
I mean,
And
I could
he's-
give Lindera a saucy wink.
And he's doing better at what it is he does best now. He's getting some hits in. A 19 and a 22 probably hit. Huh?
Oh yeah. Both definitely hit.
Can't smite as hard as I did last time, but I can get damn near close.
Roll that first attack and whatever smite you're gonna do first, because it's pretty injured. So let's.
Okay, well, yeah.
So you don't waste it.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay, the first just melee hit by itself does 2 damage, pre-damage reduction. But then I can throw some smites in there. And I hope it actually does something.
Hit them with the juice.
27 juice.
Okay. Stand by. Ah! Okay. Barely, but just enough. Okay, so you take out your scimitar. And you're like, man, if I don't, paladin, no strength, I don't need it. And you slash out, and
The gods are my strength.
as
They didn't smash
someone
hard.
does, because as you slash out, you do a nice sideways cut. Your blade charged up with radiant damage. It cuts like butter through the neck of this barbed devil, and the head just kind of flies off and across the floor. As its body is kind of still doing the reacting, grabbing at the head that's not there, it falls over to the side, and you can see the immediate beginnings of like the melting decomposition phase of this devil as it's starting to melt and bubble out onto the floor.
I
But
run
that's
over
only your first
and-
attack, so you're still in action here.
Yeah, I'd like to run over to the other one and use my magically gifted haste to slice at it before the body of the first one even falls over.
Nice.
It's still groping around.
Yep, you quickly.
The melee attack for the first one does 3 damage. And then I will roll smite, because I can do math.
3.
Oh, wait. I think I used a level 2 spell slot that time. Because I do an extra d8 now.
Okay.
So I actually can throw in one more d8 and roll. 6. 38 smites. Oops,
Okay.
Next one.
As you go over and you try to replicate the same thing, this barbed devil sees the first one go down and is like, oh, wow, that's not cool. Tries to dodge away from you, but your speed, like you're all hopped up on Mountain Dew chip, so you quickly hop over and make the slice. It's not quite fast enough to dodge it, so it takes a large gash out of almost its neck, almost the base of its neck, and you can see it's starting to, its body's starting to like split in half and peel away. It's still holding itself up. It's still alive, but it's very, very on the verge of dying. You see that the slice actually cut the meat, and then the black ichor just begin to pour out. It takes a hand and holds it over the, do devils clot? I wonder. Holds it over the wound, but it's still up, just very damaged.
Nothing can escape judgment, beast. That'll be his turn.
Very nice. Very nice. Gregory. So, backup has arrived. Lindir has finished off the first Barb Devil. The other one is still pretty much locked in combat with you, but it's fucked up.
Okay, so do I now have visibility of outside?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so the first thing I do is I take my arm cannon and I point it at that gigantic hole that's in the ceiling, and you just see a tiny little you see that crystal that he was using, that thunder charged crystal that he bought from the stand. He puts it into his arm cannon, points it up, and just fires it into the air, and you just see this crystal just shoot out of his arm cannon and just fly straight up into the air, and it keeps on going, and it hits a cloud, and suddenly you just hear a as he casts call lightning, seeding a cloud with that gem.
Wow. Okay, so the gem you bought that remembered you of Margina and the fact that she loved the storms. You take the gem out of that small device, that small capsule-like device, and you put it in your arm cannon. You blast it up into the sky as you described. What saves this thing have to make?
It has to make a dexterity save.
Okay. Because you use the gem, it's going to do that with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because of the gem's lightning-like properties to begin with, and you have manipulated it in such an awesome way that it's its dex save. That it must bow to your whim. Oh, good. It doesn't get any bonus for that. Good shit. Okay. Woohoo! 14. It rolled a 14.
Oh, it fails.
Yes. Disadvantage.
So, it takes 10 and another D8. It takes 19 points. Oh no, read that wrong. 23 points of lightning damage as a lightning bolt strikes down from above, hitting this thing.
Nice. And you're targeting the other Barb Devil right in front of you?
Yeah, I'm targeting that Barb Devil right in front of me.
Okay. It has its hand on its around its neck, and it lunges towards you, and you see fire charge up in its hand. And as it does, you shoot the sky, and this huge fucking lightning bolt comes down from the clouds of the crackling of thunder and lightning above, and it shoots down and just fries this thing in midair as it's like lunging and welling this fire in front of it and getting ready to blast you with it. And it's just as it just fries and then falls over right in front of you, just short of you. The hand mere inches from your little boot falls over in front of you. You can smell it cooking, and as its features begin to start to bubble out and melt onto the floor. Well, gang, we are kind of out of combat. We are still on the crazy train, but oh shit, I made that wrong. But there is no combatants currently. So let me see here. Here we go. What would you all like to do?
I would like to go ahead.
I was just going to say, give the corpses a warning. Don't fuck with the silver flame.
Nice. And if they can hear you, that is one they will definitely remember, because Silver Flame hunts them out everywhere they go.
Mariah would like to climb out to the hull of the car and take a peek as to see what's going on. A, this thing that's carrying us. B, where are we? How high are we? That kind of thing.
Okay, so you want to
see what this thing's could be, what's going on. Yeah.
So you want to go over to the wall and use your spider climby hands.
Yeah, gloves of climbing. Just wants to climb one up.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I am going to fly over outside of the train, like through the hole, to see like how like high we like how where we're at and everything.
Okay. You're gonna fly out through the hole. So you two go out up towards the hole. Usa, what would you be doing?
Checking everyone over, seeing if they need any heals, because that's what he does.
Okay. You walk over towards Mariah. She starts climbing up the door. You're like, oh, okay. You turn around. You walk over towards Gregory. He flutters away because his boots are got little wings on them. Or
No, his boots doesn't have wings. It's straight up like propulsion. Because remember, wings are magic. He doesn't use magic.
That's true. I should have.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I should have definitely saw that one. Yeah. So you blast
Rocket
off
boots.
and head up. But you turn to Lindir. He's still there.
Usa, you okay?
Fine, I think.
No, thank God. Thank you for not pulling a Margina.
If Gregory was only there.
I wouldn't dream of it. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I'm fine, but whatever you did, you might want to get ready to do it again.
There's a problem with that. I don't think I can take everyone. We might want to try to let this thing bring us down first.
If you want to talk to it, be my guest.
As you discuss that, Lindir, is there anything you're doing as you see the other two go up through the hole in the roof?
You said there's a bar in here, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
He's gonna open up his satchel and try to protect as many spirits as he possibly can.
Okay. Yep, it's open bar. It turns out that all the scared passengers, the crew members, and Francesca, she has herded them all into the back room. As you walk over, Lindir, and you begin to start putting bottles into your bag, you suddenly get super tired. Just really tired for a brief moment as your haste wears off. And okay, so yeah, Usa's in there. Usa, you watch him kind of hop over the bar and begin to keep safe.
Those silver flames always keepers of very spirits.
If you think
Yeah,
that's the best way to use your time, then there.
Yeah, you just cut to outside. You see Gregory flying outside. He's like, "Oh right, I should drop haste." And that's when he drops haste, and that's when you see Lindir just pass out.
Well, I think it was Francesca that cast haste on him.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it was Francesca who did. I thought
That was her only useful contribution to this whole thing. She's no warrior. She won't. Yeah, she just cast haste and that was it. So you're good. You didn't have to use any spell slots for that. But we are going to zoom out to Gregory and Mariah. As Gregory, you zoom up through with your rocket boots, and Mariah, you now crest the top. You're careful not to touch the sharp metal, the frayed sharp metal, and you crest up at the top and you look up, and what the two of you see carrying these two train cars, it's kind of impressive. It looks like at one point it may have been some kind of dinosaur, like a Quetzal or or oversized pterodon or pterodactyl or whatever. But a large winged dinosaur with a elongated head. But there's been some changes to this creature. It's no longer really recognizable as a dinosaur, mainly because it looks like it's been through some kind of fire. Most of its body, excluding its wings, looks like it is pinkish burned mass. There's no longer scales. It's just like lumpy pink mass. And you see that it doesn't see you. It's looking forward as it's flying eastward. But something does see you as its torso begins to turn in your direction, kind of pivot a little bit, and you see that there is a humanoid shape almost melted into its torso long ways. And it looks, it has a face, but the face is almost like Freddy Krueger, the one where it had, like, he had all the fucking faces on his chest and shit. It's almost like the face is also melted into the dinosaur. So think this is like a mix between Resident Evil kind of Ouroboros thing and Freddy Krueger skin. This dinosaur, and you see that the face and outline of a humanoid figure is complete with a set of arms that are freely moving away out of the chest of this dinosaur, and the face turns to you, and it's just like it's going. It doesn't have any teeth. It's just like a burnt face going, like almost like it's talking, but it's just kind of silently mouthing out things. The dinosaur then turns and looks at you silently. Turns just enough for its face, because its eyeballs are on the side of its head. Turns just enough for its one eyeball to be staring at the two of you. It's pretty loud up here, but what would you like to do?
Set this car down, and we will release you from your misery. Is that a yes or a no?
It's a maybe. No, not so much.
So she'll address it in abyssal.
Okay.
Set us down gently, and we will release you from your misery.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's a D12. With disadvantage, God, I love these die. That's a 25. I rolled a 19 and a 16.
The eyeball that's looking at you begins to pan the entire face, and as the creature, the like pterodactyl head, opens its mouth, these tendrils with kind of like teeth on the end of them, not xenomorph type teeth, but more along the lines of what you'd think mind flayers would have. This like tongue,
like a lamprey kind of thing.
Yeah, and it kind of a few of these come out of its mouth and start slithering towards you. They come out of the mouth, and first they are like 2 feet, then 3 feet, then 4 feet long. They just seem to keep coming. And as these things, half a dozen of these things come out of the mouth and start slithering towards you, when you say that to the creature about releasing it and all that, the tendrils stop, and they go like this, like they're trying to go, and then they slowly retract back into the mouth, and the dinosaur head whips itself to the side and keeps flying eastward, or it keeps like not looking at you, almost like whatever you said to the thing had some kind of bearing on the aggression level of the dinosaur part.
Does it seem like it's looking for a place to set us down, or is it now ignoring?
No, it is not. It is not ascending, but is still heading east. So you're about at 120 feet up in the air, but you're no longer ascending.
Can I get a bearing on where we are?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it possible to figure that out?
Yeah. Both of you go ahead and make a. If you have map maker's tools, you can do that with advantage, or you can use just either. You can use a straight intelligence check.
I'll do an intelligence check for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do an intelligence check as well, because I don't have cartographer's tools.
That's a 27.
That's a 3.
Okay. Boy, those are close to each other. Yeah, Mariah, it's all open fields and shit. You're really not sure where you are, especially since nobody knew where we were when we got on the train. So you're kind of just wherever this train was. Gregory, you look around and you're pretty sure that, let's say you see a town in the distance, and by your education and your judgment, looking north, east, south, and looking at the sky, you're going to guess that town is either Arrow Langard. Here we go. Arrow Langard or Harrogard. So you east of, look at the map, or you can look at our map and we can tell you, or you can see where you're at. You're somewhere in there. Yeah. So you're not too far from the rail. And if you want to look at Green Haunt is underneath the marker hand that I use.
Yeah.
So
we're moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are taking you east. You are heading away from that lightning rail track, which is the orangish track you see on the map. Those are lightning rail tracks. It's taking you eastward, deeper into Thrain, away from Green Haunt.
We must go to Green Haunt.
We're not going to Green Haunt. Why are we going to Thrain? Why are we going deeper into? Where's this thing taking us?
I don't know. And again, an abyssal will address this thing. Get us close to Green Haunt. Set us down, and we will release you.
What you get back is like an unintelligible. It's not abyssal.
Okay, I have a way to figure this out. I tap my hand to my finger, and I use my helm of telepathy.
There we go. There's some more item.
And
first off, before you use that, I'm sorry, Gregory. Before you use that, what languages do you two know that are up there?
I know.
Still Common and Quarry.
I know Gnome, Goblin, Dwarven, and Common.
Okay. Now, Gregory, take us away.
So I use the helm of telepathy to make a mental connection between me and the creature to figure out what they're saying. And well, first thing I want to do is, before I make that mental connection, I would like to use detect thoughts on it to figure out what it's planning to do.
Read me detect thoughts. Let's get specifics on here. I love that spell. Fucking love that spell.
So basically, I just able to pretty much skim exactly what's on the most prevalent thoughts in his brain. It doesn't have to make a save. I just can read this most prevalent thoughts. But if I want to probe deeper, I have to make a save. It has to make a save.
Okay. I was just making sure there was no limitation on what type. Like if it was just limited to humanoids and stuff like that. I don't think so. It doesn't look like
it. It is as long as it has a creature of intelligence 3. If the creature you choose has intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected.
Okay, no, you're good there. Okay, you get ready to fire up your helmet, and you reach out with detect thoughts. And how would Gregory do that with his gadgeteering? What would you use to detect thoughts?
He puts on the helmet telepathy, and there's just this little tiny it's supposed like this little tiny node. It's like a little dart, and he sets it on top of. He fires it at the thing, and it just sticks to it. It doesn't pierce the skin. It just sticks to the surface of the thing, and then it's like a bit of a Wi-Fi kind of signal.
So I picture a Nerf dart sticking out of this this devilish soul or whatever the hell it is. Okay, so you shoot it with a Nerf dart, and you get good connection there. The surface thoughts of this creature are our head. You hear head east, and then the rest is pain, head east, pain.
I would like to probe deeper.
Okay. What's this thing have to do? Wisdom save or something like that?
It has to make a wisdom save of 17.
Oh, wow. Okay. It has advantage, but it's not great at wisdom saves. So, let's see how this pans out. First and second. Woohoo! Fails. Okay. Okay.
I can now, because of this, now I can detect the thoughts. I can now detect even deeper thoughts now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Reasoning. If it succeeds. Okay. As you get a sense that this creature is not, its willpower itself is not that great. It doesn't seem that intelligent. As you probe deeper, you actually glean some emotional feedback from this creature. It's almost like you're plunging into its psyche, and what you see is not very comfortable. It is repeated torture of what appears to be at one point a celestial being, almost like almost what the old typical Olympian look with with the toga, and we have gold accents and all this stuff. It looks like this being was captured and then tortured and kept alive to continuously torture. And you see this, and you see this dinosaur of what it used to look like, and you get glimpses and flashes of what happened to this creature. This celestial, who was pretty powerful, kept itself alive during the torturing, and then it was just left a mess and beaten mass, and they fused this with the dinosaur and tainted it. And this celestial creature, though it doesn't understand what the woman that just spoke to it said, it can tell that they understand the word free in common. It didn't understand abyssal, but it understands the word free in pretty much every language. So this creature really doesn't really understands, so you would assume celestial because of its base creature, right? The base humanoid creature that was fused here, and probably not abyssal, but more along the lines of infernal.
Okay.
This seems that devils are at work here that have done this.
I look over at Mariah. I go, all right, one, this thing was a celestial that got turned into all of this abomination here by probably whoever's behind all these devil summonings. Two, it speaks infernal, not abyssal.
So Mariah, you see her, she's been kind of like holding on doing this as she's been talking to it, and then you see the hand stay as she drops down. She just kind of goes from a chin up to a hanging position. Lindir, Usa, do either one of you speak infernal or possibly celestial?
Yeah. Does it involve climbing up there?
Then dare just go. Like take his bottle away from him that he's trying to suckle.
The current one he's getting put in.
Yeah.
Bring the bottle with you. I could use a drink.
He will alley-oop himself up to Mariah.
Oh, okay. You can. Yeah, you can.
And she'll fill him in. She'll fill him in real quick.
Okay. We can say, for simplicity's sake, let's keep the story moving. You find a way to kind of climb up on stuff, and Mariah helps you the rest of the way up. Lindir, as you get up on top of this train, Mariah helps you up the last little oomph up. You don't feel too sturdy as this thing is moving and slightly swaying because you're flying and being held by an organic creature on top of a steel train. You're not feeling that well balanced. Let's do an athletics check for me, please. I'm not gonna make you fly off or anything, but just your level of stability up here.
Can Mariah be assisting? Because she's got those gloves of climbing, so she's kind of hanging on with one and got one arm around Lindir to kind of help hold him there.
Yeah.
About a 14 we're looking at.
I use Flash of Genius to give you a +5. As I say, you should balance your... I nonchalantly just tell Lindir, place your left foot backwards by 45 degrees.
Very nice. Very good Flash of Genius. So yeah, 19, and with Mariah's help, holding him to make sure that he can't slide off. Though, Mariah, did you hop up too, or are you still hanging?
She would be kind of sitting on the edge, So she's sitting on the lip of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
She's got one hand gripping that and the other hand gripping onto Lindir.
Okay. Lindir, you steady your footing according to Gregory's advice, and you feel pretty stable. Pretty
45.
stable.
Why did I know how to do that? Okay.
And she explained to him what was going on. She just gave him a real quick brief.
Okay.
My God, what the hell's that thing?
I just told you it's a celestial that has been melded with a dinosaur that has been tainted. It is in agony.
Gross.
That's it. It's a celestial smashed
Very
together
gross.
by a dinosaur.
The creature only understands flying east, but I believe that the celestial has been melded to it. And possibly the creature may understand language. Can you convince them to set us down towards Greenhaunt and let it know we'll free it from its agony?
This is what he does best. He'll place his back foot at a 45-degree angle and slick back his greasy hair so it's out of his face. Turn on the handsome boy charm and beseech this thing in Celestial.
Before you, as you slick back your greasy hair, that has won you many acclaim with the normal folk, you look up at your target and see this balled up tissue mass of grossness. We're gonna take a break because I'd really like to run that run that role play and make it smooth, but also get some more liquids to drink and have a quick.
I don't like where this is going.
So this should be good. I just picture you getting ready. All right, let me pour on the charm. Hello there. And then you have this thing staring back at you. Not your general audience, not your normal general audience, but could work. Awesome. Everyone, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes as we take a break. Skadoosh. Let's return to the fold. Huzzah! All right, cool. We're all where we're supposed to be. Let's check back. I don't get to see chat too much because our Zoom window covers it. So, cool. PH was here. Michael was here. Cool. Awesome. All right, let's get back into this. Okay. Lindier, you slick back your hair. You get ready to put on your pristine-ish paladin swagger.
I so hope I get to roll a persuasion check at some point.
What are you doing? Well, how would you like to approach this situation? You're up in the air, 100. Did I say 120 feet? I think that's the height that you guys met, or you guys got to. 120 feet in the air, standing on top of a lightning rail train, being carried east by a dinosaur thing.
He's gonna get as physically close as he can to this face. The face is altitude-wise like a bit above him.
Yes, yeah, because the feet of this thing grip around the sides of the train, the very top sides of the train. So it's probably, this humanoid figure is on its torso, so probably about 10 feet above you, looking down at you. It's almost, I just picture such like a Resident Evil type game where you're almost at that cutscene boss or whatever before they do their thing.
I was there when you said bone bugs. Like, I've been there for 2 sessions now. Definitely.
The what? The bone what?
When you're describing, like, the bone bugs, I'm like, oh, Resident Evil. You know, I've been there 2 sessions now.
Oh, yeah. I didn't associate that one, but yeah. Yes.
I see it.
It's different vibes.
You're cultivating a vibe, and as an author, I appreciate it, and as Lindier, I don't appreciate it at all. Stop that.
Well, you know what? I don't care about Lindier's personal opinion, but this creature might. And I think if you're putting on what feature is that of yours?
I am a redemption paladin. As a redemption paladin, I get a very cool way to use my channel divinity. The way I can channel my divinity is
rectally.
Yeah, suppository. Emissary of Peace. As a bonus action, I can grant myself +5 to charisma persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
Very nice. So, Lindier, as you approach this creature, it looks down at you and just... no eyeballs, no normal skin, no hair, just a melted mass to the dinosaur.
Lindier is filling his bosom up with light. Light, hopefully this thing is somewhere deep in its subconscious will be able to recognize. He will yell with the rushing winds all around him. Friend, whatever light lives yet deep inside you, hear my words. You fought valiantly, admirably. Your journey's almost over. All things return to the light. The light inside you can be dimmed, but it's not extinguished. I beseech thee, friend, fight. The time's come for one last glorious push. Then I'll return you. Turn around. South.
Make a persuasion check. Gregory, do you still have your detect thoughts thing running? Is that an ongoing thing? Now, do you get to see the shift in... With the deeper dive, do you get to see the shift in thoughts?
Yeah, I have maintained a connection now, so I'm always seeing these things because it failed its check.
Okay. Gregory, as your Nerf dart of detecting thoughts is going, and what was your roll on that, Strider?
25. Unless Gregory can give me anything.
Okay. You can tell there's a shift in emotion in this creature. There's like a dichotomy here, right? It's not just the dinosaur and a celestial, it is the programming on top of both of those. So you have 2 minds. The dinosaur is very simple, go to food, whatever, go to sleep, that kind of thing. But what you notice is the celestial isn't quite in a celestial anymore because of this overriding programming. That's probably how Gregory would see it. And when Lindir speaks these words, something inside this being, the humanoid portion of this being, is trying to fight the programming. It's very deep within, and you can tell that it's probably not. You hear little bursts of yes, free, push, south, away, free. I must be south. You hear these short little bursts of what sounds like an intelligent and real emotional voice underneath this layer of, it's like you're listening to the fucking matrix of like of this programming that is saying east, now in pain, east, pain.
So I'm pretty much gauging that flying when it flies east, it's in pain, right?
No, it's always in pain, but the orders are to fly east, and the creature seems like it's programmed that if it does what it's told, the pain might stop.
I got. Oh boy. Oh man.
Oh yeah, decisions here are flighty.
Because I could do something, but okay, you know what? Yeah, because that's something he would do. Using the helm of telepathy, I can, while focusing on a creature, I can use detect thoughts, or I can also use an action to cast a spell suggestion. I would like to cast suggestion on this thing and say fly south.
What level do you cast suggestion at?
It just says save is DC 13.
Yeah, but I mean, is it able to be upcasted? I know there's no benefit. I don't think there's a benefit to upcast.
No, there's no like levels. There's no level. It's just I just use the suggestion spell, and it has like a built-in DC 13 save.
What spell slot do you use for?
Oh no, this is not me. This is the helm's.
Oh, the helm. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out what, because their thing on it is a pretty high level, but if you're casting yours at a higher level, then fuck them. They can.
Oh no, I mean because this is like suggestion, so it'll be like probably just base, which is level 2.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. And it makes a what save?
Wisdom save.
Okay. Gets a 4. Yeah. Okay. As you tell this creature in its brain, in its mind, the link that you've created, I think it notices you for the first time. It notices you very well. Strider, as Lindir is looking up and talking very genuinely to this creature, who's apparently in agony and in whatever the situation, there's still something inside. You can even feel that. You shine out your light, you're hoping for something. You don't really get anything at first. As you speak the words and the creature stares down at you, stare into its empty eye sockets, you don't see anything, but you feel a reciprocation of well, in Lindir it might be fake concern, but of your intentions to free this creature. And you see a small, you feel a small like light coming from the creature deep within. This thing is fully focused on you when you're talking, though you see it like slowly turn its head up, and you can almost hear the skin stretching, and it's like pulling like a rubber balloon too far, like the creaking, stretching as it looks over towards Gregory and stops looking at you. What would you two like to do? Gregory, you can tell you've been, it is now acknowledged the fact that you are inside of it, probing around, and you have seen that part of it has seemed to elicit no response with your suggestion.
I will tell it that if you fly south, we will end your pain. And I'm using the telepathic link between me and the creature.
Okay. Make this check with persuasion check with disadvantage.
That is a 17.
Okay. Having this connection still open to you, you hear this. You hear the mixing of sounds. Pain. East, south. South. East. You're trying to get it to turn. In fact, let's do some mechanical stuff. Lindir, I need you to make an either your choice. We'll say an athletics check or strength saving throw. Your choice. As this creature starts to turn south and then immediately whips back east, with you standing on top of the.
I'll do athletics because my +5 to saving throws doesn't apply to myself. It says others.
And with Mariah's assistance, because she's holding on.
No, because he moved over like right underneath the creature. He moved away from you.
Ah, okay, all right.
Okay.
Same exact roll, 14.
Okay, but you did remember the 45 degrees that Gregory said. So, so we'll carry that over as you getting the benefit of that doubt. And Usa, you will feel this too. I'm sorry, Usa, you're down in there. You feel the train shift, and then it shifts starts to shift immediately back in mid turn. Gregory and Mariah, you both are fine because Gregory, you're flying. Mariah, you're holding on with sticky gloves. But let's hop around and see what everybody else is doing. Usa, you feel the train kind of fly around a little bit. What would you be doing down below? You can hear the crew members kind of in the other room, kind of.
Yeah, just trying to wrangle everybody together so they're in a safe spot. I was imagining in my head that this bar was there's a wall and it's just kind of that wraparound kind.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to wrangle everyone into one spot since we have two just massively opened ends that people could just potentially slide out of. So he's like, okay, you're at least surrounded by something here. Just trying to wrangle people in one spot. He just wants to make sure everyone here is safe, including what was that lady's name that came with us? She's here somewhere. Francesca, yeah, making sure just everyone's doing okay and in a spot somewhere to brace themselves should something should we start being falling again or being jerked around somehow.
Okay. As you kind of corral them a little bit better than Francesca did because she's not used to dealing with people, just books and study. And she thanks you for your help, and you get them in a corner so that they're nestled in there and they're not flying around. Mariah, what would you be doing during this? You can tell that something's happening because Lindir talked to the creature and Gregory is in a stare down with it at this point. What would you be? Are you doing anything to help or prepare yourself?
Well, after Lindir moved away from her grip, Mariah would have been like, okay, he's got this. And she took a pretty good beating with the fight. So she's at this point finally kind of dropped back down and gone over to Usa and said, Usa, ow.
Do you need some patching?
And she looks beat up.
Yeah, what are my good heals I got going for me here? Yeah, he'll cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level and give her 3d8.
Ooh.
I don't know if
I think you had your ability modifier to that too, right?
Plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Yep. So let's just revert. 5
Yeah,
plus
I think
11.
you roll that. Okay. 16. That helps.
Hell Okay, so
Help.
Usa reaches out and heals you up. It's a pretty good chunk.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not nearly as beat up as she was. And then she'll explain to Usa what's going on up there. You know, what she saw, what they're trying to do. So yes, hopefully they can convince it to, even if not turn back towards Green Haunt, to at least set us down without dropping us.
We'll make it work either way.
Yeah. Yes, we'll make it work. Not a good thing to be bound in such a way.
Is there anything else you two would like to discuss?
I can't think of anything that's like super urgent in this moment of like tension, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
How much attention are the others paying to us?
Oh, the people? They don't.
Yeah.
Dude, the crew members are just scared and feeble. Francesca is kind of taken over Mother Hen role of that. Though Usa came over, he helped her out. Like, no, just have them over here where it's safer, because he's been through flying around train cars.
I fell out of this train car last time, so I know not where to put them.
Yeah. So Usa came over and helped her manage them, and she's babysitting them back in the teleportation cabin, so they're tucked away, because that cabin's pretty small, so they're only going to fly a little bit side to side, and so it's just you and Usa in the speakeasy car.
So I think Mariah at that point is gonna kind of look around and go, I may need your help when this is done.
Anything.
I think I need to disappear.
What do you mean disappear? And what do you mean by this? Once we fix ours, or once we get on the ground?
I don't know if I want hers fixed. I don't. It's complicated, but it's this isn't me. Har's father is the one who assigned, put us both on this quest. Gave us this assignment. His father's my mentor, and owns me. And if Hars dies, he'll come looking for me. If Hars lives, I have no choice but to go back. Unless I can escape.
Let's see. Well, you know, I can get people out of tight spots.
Yeah. Can you? I can be anything. I mean, I don't have to look like this.
Okay.
I mean, I could look like you, and she does.
He's just like, oh.
Usa, you see Mariah change in front of you. Clothing's still the same. Oh no, are you using your shift weave?
Clothing's the same. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Shift weave is. She's always wearing the shift weave because it's got the 5 outfits in it. So.
Oh.
You're staring back at yourself, Usa.
Oh, he kind of like leans in, like close to her face, like interesting. Um,
I could look like Lindir, if that would be easier, and she becomes Lindir.
um, you know, that certainly helps. Um, normally we're restricted to cutting people's hair to things, but I will think of something.
Oh,
And
there's one more thing. And she becomes a changeling.
what does that look like for her?
Very pale, large eyes. Hair is silver white. Eyes are almost a solid silvery blue. Eyes are much larger for her face. Features are very fine, very delicate, almost pixie-like. Very slender, but shorter. And you notice the clothes have all been changing with her. The outfits never changed, but they change with her so that they always fit. It always fits. My name is Sho.
Your name is Joe. He's kind of like inspecting, like. But I mean, my name's not Usa, so that's fine.
So I can, if that will help, I can be, but they won't stop looking for me.
No, we can fix this. I promise. And he will like cup her face, like, do not be scared. We will. I have gotten people out of more strenuous circumstances than working for a man. You will be okay.
Thank you. And she just launches herself. Big hug.
He's just like, okay, like pets her, and it'll work out. And I will call you whatever you want me to call you.
For now, I think Mariah is best. I don't. It's complicated. And she becomes Mariah again.
He just smiles big at her and like pats her cheek. I'll fix it. Okay? I'll fix it.
Okay. Thank you.
He'll like.
And she kisses him on the cheek.
He was gonna kiss her for it, so perfect, fine.
Yep. She'll take the kiss on the forehead and then return the kiss on the cheek.
All right.
And as Usa, as you kind of cradle Mariah in your arms with a nice big hug and some exchanged kisses, let's zoom back up out of the wonderfully tender moment and go up to a morbid display of conversation between.
I hope there's less kissing.
Yes. The creature does look down at you and it's like, hey, you have the persuasion thing on. Why don't you just come up here? I don't have a tongue anymore, but Lindir, come on. Don't hold back. Let me change the music back up to the thing. Oh, that was very good.
Who needs them?
That was very good, guys. Very good. Thank you for that. Okay. So Lindir and Gregory, you would have saw Mariah hop back down, presumably to help things, secure things down there, especially after the things started shifting. But you do know that this thing is responding to the both of you, to this tactic. Is there anything else you can do to try to? You're still going eastward, right? I'm giving this thing turns to move, so you're still steadily heading eastward. But there was a jolt. There was a moment where the control was lifted and you started heading south. What would you two like to do now?
I would like to have Lindir. I look at Lindir, I go, Lindir, let's try something here. Because I think it's definitely responding to you more than me. Like, it knows I'm in there, but you're better with talking and conversating and...
Don't be jealous. It's what I was trained to do. If I fall off, you have to catch me.
Okay, yes, I'll catch you.
What's the idea?
Actually, what I do is this first. I hold up my finger. I reach into the bag of holding, and you see him pulling out like various little things and starts attaching them together. And he makes this little tiny. You see a little tiny like backpack he gives to Lindir. He said, "Here."
Okay.
And I cast Fly on Lindir as little wings sprout out of the backpack and they start flapping rapidly.
Oh, maybe I can get up there for a tender, like, cheek pet now.
I'm picturing Squirrel Man.
No, well, that's the thing is the wings on the backpack were made for someone Gregory's size. So that's why it
They
looks
are
so
working
odd.
hard. They're working hard.
Because like it's a backpack, but it's made for Gregory's size. So this little tiny backpack that you would see like a teenager would wear is resting on Lindir's back, and these wings pop out, and they work totally fine. They give them the proper flight speed. It's just that they were built for someone Gregory's size.
So
I'm
he's a
wearing half
hummingbird.
plate, so they're going.
Yes, it's like you have little hummingbird wings right now. But you have all the benefits of flying.
That's awesome. The little backpack that could.
I feel positively angelic. What's the plan?
Okay. You use me as a bridge. You talk this thing through me.
Sure.
So I take my hand, I put one hand on Lindir, and I put another hand on the creature. And
Ooh.
I will let Lindir use me as a telepath bridge to talk to this thing.
So you're gonna be like making a clay pot, and he's gonna come up behind you. Okay, gotcha. So, all right. Okay, you both have the power of flight, and Lindir, as you kind of make this maybe a fanny pack or something of flight. The pack that Gregory has given you. Now you're able to fly. The both of you fly over. How would you two like to approach this? Gregory, actually, which part of the creature are you touching?
Definitely the celestial, because I want to try to have. I really want to hope that Lindir can try to convince the celestial side more so that it will try to overtake this other side.
Okay. Oh my God, Jansport. Oh, you're a genius, Usa. You reach out and you touch. As you touch the creature, where at humanoid area, it doesn't have any legs, so it just kind of melts into the dinosaur at about waist length, and then the upper body is the part that you can actually tell was humanoid.
I definitely like if there was any like. I actually take my hand and I wrap it around like that one free flailing hand.
Okay. It has two arms. They're not like like you said, free flailing. They're not aggressive attack you arms. They're just more so like it looks like it's grasping for something to hold on to or to get away. And as it does, and these arms look pretty feeble because they're down to there's no muscle. It's down to just pretty much very thin, frail arms. You grab even Gregory can grab almost your whole wrist around this creature, or whole hand around this creature's wrist. You reach out and you grab, and Lindir, you feel this shooting force of thought and emotion. Gregory, you have already you've done this enough with the helmet to desensitize yourself to this rush, but Lindir, this is a rush of a creature's agony, of their life experiences, and of all the sensory things that are going on right now. And you feel this rush as this connection is made between you and Gregory to the creature. You feel as though this might help you reach deeper into this creature, into the celestial part of it anyway. You still
That's good.
You feel the dinosaur part as like a separate segment, like hunger, obey, reward, east.
Pretty much ignoring the dinosaur partition at this point. He's going to close his eyes and meditate for a moment, casting and channeling quite a few different things. He has his little internal light still a-going. He has a 20-foot aura of calming emotions to try to have just a general calming effect on this thing going on. And one of the things he can do as a redemption paladin in his aura of the Guardian is he can try to channel a lot of the unpleasant feelings and pains and damages and things are going through into himself instead of whatever's feeling them. We've seen that with Usa earlier on. So he's going to try to channel what floodgates of pain this thing's currently experiencing into himself instead.
Okay, describe that to me mechanically. This is fucking awesome. I've got it pictured in my head how you're doing it, but describe that to me, your feature that does that.
It just says, when a creature within 10 feet of me would take damage, I can magically transfer that to me, take that damage instead.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm assuming pain and discomfort is part and parcel of damage.
Oh yeah, we're gonna flavor that bitch up. Okay, so as Gregory reaches out and explains to you what's happening and gives you a little bit of a warning, he reaches out and grabs the wrist, like the kind of just incoherent flailing of this thing's arm, and touches you. You, like I said, you felt that rush. You go ahead and try to siphon some of the pain and anguish that this creature is going into, or that is enduring.
As much of a rush as it is, yeah, he's not going to try to fight back or push against it at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try to psychically, magically pull as much of it in as he can,
okay,
even if he couldn't hold all of it.
Gregory, you probably had concerns with how this was going to fare for Lindir, not knowing exactly what he's been through and what and on this level, but you've used this helmet before, and you can attest to how brutal this can be on your psyche, and as well as the emotional baggage you have to carry afterwards. But this is, I mean, you guys are on a fucking roof, on a lightning train, so times are tough. You reach out and you touch Lindir, and you see Lindir's eyes begin to glow a little bit. Lindir, you start to channel some of this thing's pain into you. Gregory, I'm sorry. You're going to be the first stop in that route, as you get a jolt of pain, but it doesn't stay. Like, it's not lingering. It's just like, what the fuck? And then it just kind of leaves you, and goes. You feel it go from one end of you into Lindir. Lindir, you get this shock of pain. We're not going to put a number on it, but it's significant. Shock of pain, and a lot of it is emotional and damnation. But as you channel, as both of you use your abilities and your prowess to channel that pain and that danger out of this creature, out of this former celestial creature, you get a response. And since Gregory, since you have made this connection, you were smart enough to do all this, you can hear this, and Lindir, you can hear this as well. Oh, free. Yes. South. Okay, freedom. And that's when the dinosaur lets go of the train. As everything begins to pivot southward, the dinosaur lets go of the train, and it begins to fall. The two of you are flying. You're right next to this creature, and you feel this. Oh no! The figure, the humanoid figure, looks down, almost like you hear what it's trying to say on the outside, but in the inside you hear what it's actually saying is, "Oh no!" Or like it's "Oops, I fucked up," and that thing looks down at the train, but the dinosaur stares straight ahead. The train remains horizontal, so that's a good thing. But Usa and Mariah, you feel yourselves begin to levitate as the train falls.
Again.
Yeah, again. Same
Again.
same separation again, but this time's a little different. Gregory, Lindir, you have this connection. This connection is not lost to this creature. You see the train begin to fall, but there's quite a bit of distance between it and the ground. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to. Oh man, do I have any more charges left of it? I think it's only once per day. Yeah, I can do that. Suggestion once per day. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can do. I'm trying to keep that connection between myself and the creature and Lindir.
Mhm.
I look over Lindir. I tell him the dinosaur needs to grab the train, or it's gonna fall.
Not much I can do about that. Maybe our new friend could help.
Yeah. I speak to the creature like, okay, look, you need to grab that train. You need to try to take control of that other half of you and grab that train. There are people on that train.
We're here, friends. I don't know who you are, but I love you. Your angel's here. Now it's your turn. Do this, and then we'll return you to the light.
Lindir, make a persuasion check.
I would love to.
You three are in very strange menage a trois right now, but Lindir's got some extra.
24.
Oh my. Okay.
Not nearly as high as it could have been, but I'm still rolling pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, very nice. You both send out your requests and your pleas, and Lindir, you put a lot of emotion into it, and maybe it's fake emotion for all it knows, but it feels the end result you were eliciting. You feel a response back. It's more so a feeling than it is a language spoken, but it is, pain is gone. I must fix it. South, head south. Pain. No, pain is gone. Head south. Fix it. And the dinosaur dives downwards. Would the two of you like to retain your connection to it, like hang on to it or something, or how do you want to?
I'm okay with that, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Greg,
It's the size of like a medium-sized plane that just.
Well, I mean, I don't have to touch it to maintain the connection. I was doing the touching to maintain the connection between myself and Lindir.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. Okay, as you two follow it down, it dive bombs down towards the train. Let's zoom down to Usa and Mariah. Usa, Mariah, here we are again. We're falling. A little bit different story, same formula. The two of you hit the ceiling, and Mariah yells for Francesca. What would you like to say, Mariah?
Teleport those people off here now.
I can't. Not from here. This is a receiver.
Why?
It's a receiver. I can't teleport off of it. We're all gonna die.
I'll kill you myself. It's something that she mutters under her breath.
I have like a calm emotions, so like not make the people panic.
Yeah, that might be good. She looks at it. Mariah looks at it. I'll kill her myself. Can you? What the hell? Why do they only have a receipt?
Budget cuts.
How is she gonna get back?
Well, yeah. They plan on dropping you guys off. That was the plan.
Oh gosh, I don't know if there's anything I can do right now.
Well, then brace for impact.
Yeah, the two of you are up on the ceiling. All the other crew members are in the other room. You can hear them in the teleportation room all smack the ceiling, but nobody's hurt. I mean, it's not like it's a boom. It's a slow.
Let me think. Can I try
Of
doing
course.
like divine intervention? I get that as a cleric.
Ooh,
Ooh.
tell
You
me.
can
tell
call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Imploring your deity's aid requires you to use your action, describe the assistance you seek, and roll percentile dice. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your level, your deity intervenes. So it's a chance to get some help.
me. Ooh, I like
The
that.
DM chooses the nature of the determines the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate.
I like that shit. Okay, sure. Have at it. So you would roll what go ahead and roll a D100.
Okay, well I gotta. This is
At least your level isn't 3.
yeah. what are we now? Are we
11. You're level 11.
11? Okay, so this is not in my favor, but we'll try.
Not at all. Nope. This
I'll
is
try.
usually like an out of combat thing, but I am fucking down for this.
We'll try. Nah. Close. but
Do
not
it
quite.
with advantage because this would be fun, and it would save us some time.
Oh my god!
Okay. Usa, you're just pretty much fucking sick of this. You've been thrown
sick of falling.
around. You've
Sick
been
of
thrown
falling.
around so many train cars in your time.
I have fallen so much in this campaign.
Yes. And Kay, as a player, has been beat around some train cars. So as you hit the ceiling, you talk to Mariah. They're all panic in the next room. This is all like all this stress is bubbling up, and you yoga breath it. Take a deep breath and you find a place of silence in your head for 1 fucking minute, or well, maybe not 1 minute. You know what I'm saying. For 1 moment.
A beat.
In this silence, what would you plead from your deity?
Gods, if you are listening, these people do not deserve this pain. Please help us. Help me, help them. Please.
You get actual words in response. Usually when you pray or you do your rituals, it's all like you get feelings, right? Like, okay, I feel pretty good about this. Things start going better for you and stuff like that. Not anything major. But this time you get a almost audible response in your head. And you hear would be such a waste. Can't have that now, can we? And now we're going to zoom. We're going to pan out. Gregory and Lindier, as you're accompanying the diving dinosaur, all of a sudden you see the train that's falling begin to, like, how do I put it? Slow down. But not just slow down. You see this shimmering light underneath it, and it's pushing it up. You feel the gust of air pushing up towards you. And this kind of wavy, almost fucking, what's that? The pinks and blues of like 80s kind of synth wave type stuff. Kind of like flow up a little bit, and this train looks like it's coming at you, but it's actually just slowing its fall. The dinosaur and thing that you're on smack into the top of it and begin to fly forward. And both of you hear in your heads, south, yes, now south. Yes, south, free, no pain, no pain. And the bottom of the train hits the ground, but it hits it like a skipping stone. It hits it on like it's down, but it's going up. So like it skips. And all of you endure this pseudo crash as the dinosaur keeps trying to pull the train up as it's trying to fly down and being pushed up. It's like a fucking sandwich. And you all skip across the ground. But, yeah. The train slowly comes to a stop as the dinosaur lets go again and begins to ascend. Lindir, Gregory, the train is a few feet below you. You feel the connection that you have with this creature. It is just now babbling in repeat sentences. Must be free. South. Go. South. Freedom. Less pain. No pain. South. Free. This thing's giving itself its own battle cry, but you see a very slim chance as the dinosaur lets go of the train and begins to head south. What would you like to do?
Usa and Mariah either need to hop on this thing or we need to put it out of its misery.
Yeah. Because if the train itself, though, is it on the ground?
Yeah, like it's skipping like a stone across the ground. The dinosaur has been holding on to it while it's doing so, because it was a snatch and then...
Okay. So so it's on the ground. The dinosaur is starting to fly away. So Gregory will fly into the train and yell like, guys, if we're going south, you guys need to get on this dinosaur now.
Are we in dim light? I know I keep asking, but this is the only way that Barrett has got to actually kind of do stuff like this.
Damn it!
I mean, I can do Dimension Door one more time. That's like the end of my spell slots for that, but I can do it one more time because on top of the dragon, dinosaur.
I mean, technically, you are in dim light because all of the blast shields drop down around the windows. And if this train is no longer on the rail, there is no electricity to the train. And the only hole is that small hole on top. So technically, Mariah could move further into the car to be in dim light.
But is any part of the dinosaur in dim light?
No, the dinosaur's outside.
Like
yeah, if you
Yeah,
like,
so, yeah,
yeah.
No,
like Wally said, you can move if you move away from the hole. The hole's pretty big, but you can move to either one side or the other of this and be in dim light, but being right in the middle.
Yeah, and she doesn't have enough key points to cast darkness to transport into. So, yeah, nope, never mind. That won't work. It's gonna have to be Usa's Dimension Door.
That's my last spell slot. I can do it again.
Lindir, make an insight check. Actually, Gregory, is your link broken or are you still good to go? You still linked?
I'm still good to go, yeah.
Okay, so Gregory and Lindir both make insight checks, please.
9.
You were doing so good. What happened? No, not now.
I get a +6,
no.
so I rolled 9.
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
I'm going to use another splash and bring my roll to a 15.
Okay, your roll's a 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Gregory, as you fly down and you start to get a little farther away from this creature, this tormented creature, you start to feel as though this creature's ability to maintain this kind of choice. God, how do I put this? Its ability to exert its control over what it's doing is probably not going to last. It's going south now, but that's only because Lindir's holding its pain. Eventually, if that hold ends for whatever reason, this thing is fucking gone. It's east. It's going east. Maybe bringing everyone onto it is good for safety reasons, but not so much good for you guys heading towards your goal, because this thing's gonna take you up and east.
Then I'll tell that to the others. that okay, scratch that idea of getting on top of the dragon. It's not going to go all the way to our destination. It's eventually going to head east. So we need to find a way to get south.
Yeah, the only reason it's doing what it's doing right now is because Lindir is siphoning the pain from it. And Lindir will have a check on that here eventually.
Well, we promised to take its pain away, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
How far away is the celestial portion of the? Can Mariah get to a point where she can see it?
Oh yeah, of course. We'll make it happen.
Okay. And I just, if having somebody within 5 feet of it would be helpful. Somebody else within 5 feet of it would be helpful.
It's like telling the kids to move into the frame of the picture when you're taking it. Just move a little closer
Yeah,
so I can.
yeah. Or the other thing would be if you call it, say that it's not taken around in combat, that it's taken unawares.
Yeah, we're not in combat right now, and although it's very aware of you guys because it is.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, almost free.
Here's what I'm thinking. Mariah can, if not kill the dinosaur itself, she can at least kill what's left of the celestial entity and release it. That's her thought.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do, Mariah?
If you'll allow me, I'd like to use my assassinate ability to kill it. But here's the credentials. It has to have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't turned in combat yet, and any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So I would have to surprise it. It would have to be surprised to make the critical.
You can wager that since you have the climbing gloves, it's going to help a lot. You can wager that if you pop your head out the hole, it might see you, but if you kind of circle around, it's focusing on Gregory and Lindir right now. Like, that is the connection made. That's the emotional attachment that it has. So once you pan out of its view, it's not going to. You can tell it's not following you. So
is it still holding on to it, or is it flying away?
Oh, it's still right at this second. It's still holding onto the train as the train is kind of skidding, like skipping to a stop. You can tell it eventually stop, but the thing is like iffy on whether it's going to, remain heading south or not.
Okay, so I think Mariah would climb out of there and she'd get to Lindir and say, "Do I release him from his pain?"
Yeah, the quicker the better, please.
All right, and that she's gonna do. So, rolling with advantage. That would be a 15 plus a 9 to strike, so 24.
Oh yeah.
To hit the. Okay. So that again, I'm assuming that thing is going to be surprised, so it's automatic critical, which means 8d6 worth of damage. So do you want me to roll 8d6 or roll 4d6 and double it?
Was it double dice? Yeah, roll 46, double it.
Roll 46. Okay.
Or double the damage. No, yeah, whatever. 8d6. I guess that was the right way. Double the dice, not double the damage. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's all wash.
Okay.
It's all a lot of fucking damage.
So I only have 3d6 out right now, so that's 12.
Hummingbird wing tramp stamp tattoo as a memento of the event. I love it.
So that is 27 points of damage, and she's going right for the head. This thing has no eyes, but she knows that it's got a brain there, and that's the place to kill it.
How do you want to deliver the blow? Like, are you just jumping up and stabbing, or are you throwing, or how would you like to deliver?
If she can climb up onto this, climb up to this, it's gonna be, just she's gonna climb up to it and be holding on to the creature, holding on to its arms, and just she'll stab right into the head.
Okay. As you you climb up, you jump up and start climbing on the creature. It's weird almost vestigial, whatever. Vestigial arms are just kind of flailing, except for the one that no, Gregory's not holding it anymore. They are kind of just flailing there. You grab a hold of the one that's closest to you to keep it from like slapping you while you're attacking. You grab a hold of it, you reach out and you lunge with your other arm and plant your dagger right into the head of the humanoid part of this creature. And as you do, you pull your dagger out. There's no blood. The head just slumps forward and the arms go limp and fall down, and you hear the cry of the dinosaur mouth as it lets go of the train and starts to fly eastward. You jumping off?
Yeah, she just whispers, "No more pain," and then just will kind of like slide, do a controlled power slide, climb down thing.
Okay. As you jump down onto the train, as the dinosaur creature begins to fly away, Gregory and Lindir, I need you to make Constitution saving throws. Gregory, yours with advantage.
Gregory, you get +5.
Right.
Haha, 17.
Ooh, nice.
That is an 18 for me.
Okay. Nice. Both of you pass. You feel this connection.
Actually, 25. I'm gonna say, wow.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I forgot to add 5. That's why. Because apparently, fun fact, artificers, their saving throws are intelligence and constitution.
Very nice.
I think it's one of the few classes that are constitution saves.
Yeah. There's not very many cons. Very nice. Both of you manage to. You feel this severing as Mariah stabs this creature in the head. There's some kind of severing, and from you, this connection you've had, and the connection almost felt. It's weird. It started to make its almost like meld its way into you, like it was natural, like it was a part of you. Like, oh, okay, I can just do this. But when the connection severs, it's very violently ripped away from you. Gregory, you might have had this happen before, or at least how you severed this connection before has made you accustomed to this not bothering you. Lindir, you are holding all this pain in you, and you must have a sturdy constitution because you feel the connection sever. And at the same time, you let this pain go back into the individual. Like, right, you're done holding this pain, but there's no tail end of that connection for it to get to. So it just kind of evaporates into the ether, if you will. So both of you managed to sever the connection successfully. Mariah, you have, kind of released the creature. You killed it, and it is now released from this version of its pain. And you all hop down on the train. The train skids to its final stop. And you're all finally back on land. You're on a train. You're not by the tracks, but you're on a train. You hear some people, oh, my ankle, oh. Complaining and in pain down in the cabin below. But you're all finally come to rest on solid ground. Somewhere and about here. There we go. So, gang, we're on solid ground. And Lindir, as you're standing on top of the train, no longer have to worry about flying off the side. You look over, you see Mariah kind of land down, Miles Morales style, just land down right by you, and you see Gregory, his little rocket boots kind of come land down with you. You know Usa's safe below. The gang is all back together. Lindir, as you look up and you watch that creature fly away, and you see the limp, dead portion of it just kind of hanging like a dead body off of it. That connection severed, that Celestial's life force snuffed out. It reminds you of something. And that's where we're going to end this week's game. As we prep for flashback. Woo!
I was so ready for that flashback.
Yes.
I was ready for Lindir Origins.
Yes, we are going to touch on that first thing next week, but I don't want to rush it. Nope, we need ample time. Let me slow down the music, motherfucker. It's not quite slowing it down, but okay. Thanks, gang. Oh, so happy to be back with you guys, and that was good, man. It was so good. It's great because none of that shit was planned. I don't have any notes or bullet points for that at all. None of it. I just expected we do something, someone uses an ability or a skill because you guys are such a high level, and yay, it's over. But no, it was great. It was great. We had teleporting, and we had some talk with a tortured soul, and some conversation, or PC conversation. Loved it. Love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And you make this fucking so amazing every week. Speaking of amazing, let's go around as we wrap up and see everybody. And then, yeah, we'll do some things. So let's go around. And Wally, can you tell us who you are? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts on today?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Wally. You can find me on... where can you find me? I have so many things. You can find me on Twitter at Wally132, much like the little tiny Disney robot, WALLE132. You can find me on Twitter. I'm usually just talking about stuff that I like and, sharing my thoughts. I'm almost at 1,000. I really want to try to get there by the end of the year. So, hey, let's go for that. Every Wednesday, you can find me here every Wednesday, here at the Star Wars Initiative, playing Moth to the Flame. You can find me every other Sunday over at the Killer DMs channel, playing me some good old Sunset City Masks. Oh boy, this campaign is getting real. It's been getting intense, y'all. This week we're going into our new chapter this week, so really excited to see where that takes us. What else do I have working for me? Nothing. Oh my gosh, I have so many stuff in the pipeline that I can't talk about yet, but things are happening and I'm very excited. But what I can talk about is we are still working on, we hit our goal for our All Bear Starfinder game. So now it's matter of our stretch goals are we trying to hit for our All Bear Starfinder game. So let's try to hit those goals. I'm going to post the link into the Stalwart Initiative Discord chat so you guys can help donate. We already beat 800. We're trying to get 1100 so we can all get bear hats for the stream. So let's go.
Well, you're authorized to put that in Twitch if you'd like.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Cool. I'll put it in the Twitch also. But yeah, like
I posted the Ko-fi link last week, but I think you're authorized to do it as you wish.
Yeah, but yeah, help us out, y'all. We already just trying to get those stretch goals for some good old costumes for our All Bear campaign. I already bought me some props for my cosplay, so just saying.
Yep. Wally, Nomadic, I forget who else is in that.
Oh yeah, it's myself, Nomadic, and Arasavad are so far the only ones. We have other cast members lined up. We just haven't announced it yet, but those are it so far. Let me tell you, the cast we have for this is really, really awesome. I'm really excited. It's one person I've played with before, and the second person is someone I have always wanted to play with and that I have admired for a very long time. So I'm super excited to play with this other person. So yes, it's going to be such a great cast.
Nice. Waken Bears, Starfinder. Yeah, we played some Starfinder on this channel at one point. I'm not very good at DMing Starfinder or GMing Starfinder. But yeah, wonderful system. Awesome. check that out. And Wally, yeah, make sure you let us know when that is when that's rolling. Okay, you got the Ko-fi link. Awesome. So let's slide on down to Kay. Kay, who are you? Where can we find you? Any closing thoughts on today?
Hi everyone, my name is Kay. I'm at ironic_cupcake on Twitch and Twitter, and I'm also in the Stalwart Discord. I'm not currently playing in anything else other than this every Wednesday, but I've been trying to cook up something to do at some point later. It's just things have a way of just not happening this year, don't they? That being said, we're almost to the end of the year, and with everything being as crazy as it is right now, if there's ever anyone who's not able to make it home or, you know, is missing out on certain holiday things, and I don't know, you don't know how to make your holiday foods or anything, hit me up. I know how to make any sort of traditional holiday thing, from like vegan and vegetarian to the full range of things. I can explain everything, how you make, you know, your turkeys, your hams, whatever you need, casseroles out the wazoo, just anything you could need. If you're missing it, not able to make it home, so, you know, like the traditional family things, like, let me know. I can teach you how to make food, because that's not something we're just born knowing how to do. So it's a learning process for everyone. Yeah, that's all I've got for myself right now. But today, this is probably my favorite session we've had so far. I think everyone really got a moment. You know, each individual person got to do a thing. They got to have that thing, you know, be seen through. We got to see everyone do something special, like to their character and to their class. Everyone got time to talk. Everyone got to do something. It was a very good session. It was great. It was very well rounded. Everyone did something, and it was fulfilling and fun. I really enjoyed this session in particular. I'm excited to see what Lindir is gonna do with his flashback next session too.
Yes. Okay, I didn't know you're master chef. All this time we didn't know. What the fuck? Wow. That's a revelation too. Awesome. Yes, yeah, and I'm glad everybody got a chance to shine, especially with like class abilities and magic items and stuff. Wally, I was wondering when you were gonna get a chance to shine with the helm. So that was a very cool.
Yeah, this is like, I was waiting for the right moment to use it, and I'm sitting here going like, oh, right, this is what the helm is used for.
Yeah, and that was amazing. And the fact that you included Strider in with that, it was great. Oh yeah, just gotta have to the three of you connecting, and that was such good that was good stuff, good RPing, guys. And yeah, when you come up with these creative stuff like that, gotta roll with it, because it's such great moments involved. Like Kay said, everybody got time to do some stuff, and that was great. And speaking of time to do stuff and great, Strider, who are you? Where can we find you? And any closing thoughts on today's game?
My name's Strider Heap, and that's also my Twitter handle. That's where you can find me. I better never hear any of that agnostic shit from Gregory ever again. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to send Kyle a message with Lindir's backstory, so if there's anything he wants to cherry pick out of there and make worse for me, worse for Lindir, that'll be better for me. So... Hey, I'm going to be right here this time next week. Check me out, and we'll see what more pain and punishment we can channel through Lindir, because why not?
Oh, I'm sure we have a pretty good well to tap into there. Yes, but
yeah, I also wanted to echo Kay's sentiments really quick. Like, good session, being able to pace everyone and let everyone have a turn like that's super important. And also, I got to roll with my highest skill, and that's always my favorite part of any campaign. And I actually get a chance to do something, be it successful or fail, as long as I get to use it. And that seemed pretty much what he was built for. I never got to roll a 34 like I was hoping for, but like, if the lowest I got was 24, I can accept that. So that's a good session for me.
Yeah, it was. Damn. Yeah, the Dex-based paladin pulls through with the sweet persuasion rolls. Very nice. Awesome. Let's slide up to Kat. Kat, can you tell us who you are, where we can find you, and any closing thoughts on today?
Sure. My name is Kat. I'm at Cleric of Cord. That's where you can find me on Twitter sometimes, and usually just hanging out in various Discord servers, because I drink, I roll dice, and I play games on the internet with my friends. That's pretty much what I do. I'm rolling dice a lot. I told myself I was going to slow down for December, gonna take it easy, always gonna, and yeah, not so much. Tomorrow is Shadowrun 60 over on This Is How We RP, the Lawful Geeks channel. That is at 2:30 Eastern time. It's Monday the 14th. I'm playing Stille Nacht over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel with Strider, and I am really looking forward to that. Very, very, very much, because Petra Volkhausen, who wrote the game, is going to be running it. And then Tuesday, I'm back on Encounter Roleplay with some finale with Achtung Cthulhu and my SOE operative Judith Gold. We're about to deal with some Eldritch horrors, which, believe it or not, are not the scariest thing about playing Cthulhu in World War II setting. The human horror is much, much more brutal. And then on the 20th, I will be over on my friend Colin's channel at Colonomicon, running Stille Nacht for some wonderful people. As we get closer to Christmas, we'll tell another ghost story. It's going to be interesting. And then hopefully there's something coming that I'm hoping we'll be able to bring together come after the new year. We shall see. Fingers crossed that it will work out. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Awesome. When on Tuesday are you guys playing? Are you and Strider playing?
Monday. We're playing Monday, and it's
Monday the 14th, or you said the 14th, right?
Monday the 14th. It's 11 a.m. Pacific, which makes it 2 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Do I have that right, Strider? I think that's what we decided on.
Sure.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel, and I'm sure if you can't watch it live, there'll be a VOD and eventually on YouTube.
Okay. Awesome. Post it up in the initiative so we can. Yeah, I might be able to catch at least part of it, depending on what time I wake up. But very cool. Very cool. Yes, thank you guys so much. This was amazing, and I'm very glad that you guys enjoyed it. We are closing in. We have, I think, like 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks worth of game left. We'll be done before the end of December, and yeah, what a way to close out the year. So this should be really good, and yeah, can't wait to come back next Wednesday and hammer down. We'll be here on Saturday, this coming Saturday, for our community one shots are picking back up, and they'll start on this Saturday. So yeah, if you want to do one shots of whatever system, let me know. Or let us know in the community. Come join the Discord community, and yeah, we'll do one shots. And as long as, like, I've played with you before, we realize you're a good person, kind of thing, you can run whatever you want. If you want to test out ideas and run Shadowrun one shots or Call of Cthulhu or whatever system you want, we're not beholden to D&D. Yeah, Naruto. Yes, we were talking about that earlier. Yes. Oh yeah, I read you. I see that. You know, there are certain individuals who are awesome and they would run Naruto eventually here, and yeah, you know, but we have more content coming 2021. Like Kat said, there's stuff stirring in the pot behind the scenes, but we'll keep everyone tuned into that as we get there. And again, thank you everyone so much for joining us, and remember, unity is strength. So take care of each other, stay safe, and we'll see you all again real soon. Bye, everyone.